regular episode, Jordan's house. Jordan, say hey.
Hello.
We're currently halfway through War of the Worlds, Tom Cruise edition.
Yep.
I really haven't seen this movie in so long.
Yeah, it's a good one. I have a question.
I have an answer. Oh, my penis.
So apparently this is a thing.
Uh-huh.
Do you think in the world that do you think there's more wheels in the world or more doors?
Ooh. What do you mean by you have to define both of these things?
So anything that's a door, anything. So like a drawer, like a anything that like those
like
those
a
things.
cabinet,
cabinet.
like a cabinet.
Yeah, to car doors, to your house door.
What about like a drawer?
A drawer, yeah, drawer.
Okay.
But drawers also have little wheels.
Uh-huh.
When you pull the thing out, they got little wheels in there.
Yeah, because then it's also like, are you talking about like bearings also? Or are you talking about anything that's like circular?
No. Let's just say it has to be complete. So not just a part of a wheel, because a bearing by itself is not a wheel.
Okay.
It doesn't serve a purpose.
So it has to be a wheel, not a circle,
Yeah.
not like a sphere or a circle that you use to move stuff around,
Right.
but an actual wheel.
Yes.
But that could be like a like on a track. It could be on a bike or a car or
bike, car.
At the bottom of the ocean.
But think about how many fucking doors there are.
Where did you hear this? You stole this from someone.
Jessie just, she asked me about it. She said it was a thing on the internet. And I was like, at first I immediately was like, of course, doors. Of course.
I would probably, okay, do doorways also count?
No, it's got, no. It's
just an actual door on a hinge.
You get door on a hinge, yeah. Think about it though. At one point in time, there were doors and no wheels. Because the wheel was
yeah, we're talking about like right now, not like
I know, I'm just saying.
I think it's probably going to be doors.
Yeah, because there's so many things.
Well, there's so many parts of the world where they don't have cars and bikes. They still have fucking doors.
Right.
And also you think about like, I mean, the personal vehicle obviously like is a huge contributing factor to the amount of wheels, or just all the stupid Europeans that ride bikes. But like, think about like an office building.
There's a lot of doors in there.
But that's what I'm thinking. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, because if I'm thinking about like, I don't like how many doors do you think is in Sears Tower alone? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or the Burj Khalifa.
Now, what interests me about this question is,
or even your apartment building.
Yeah. What interests me about
do you think there are more doors in this apartment building than wheels connected to the total of people that live in this building?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you figure there's 1 to 2 cars per household.
There's definitely
so
more
that's
wheels.
8 wheels plus maybe a bike or two. So you're thinking maybe one household has 12 to 15 wheels.
Oh shit!
But then how many fucking doors would you have? Because I'm trying to think in my house.
Yeah.
How many doors I have in my house?
Right.
Back door, laundry room door, furnace room door, downstairs bathroom door, basement door, back deck door.
Yeah.
Front door, so that's 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then my bedroom, roommate Kevin's room, bathroom, roommate Kevin's office. That's 11 doors.
There's 11
But then
doors
as a household, we only have 8 wheels.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people out there that have like a collection of cars,
Yeah. Oh, no, for sure. I mean, like at work, we have work vehicles.
The reason why this interests me so much is because
I hope no one can use that door info to like 3D map my house and kill me.
Not to, but there is an actual answer to it, right? There is an actual answer to it. It's finite. but we'll
There's
never
no way to
know.
calculate
There's
it.
no way to calculate it. We'll never know. But it bothers me that there is an answer to how many of each there are.
Yeah. I have no idea how you could like census style figure that out.
Right.
I don't think that you could.
Yeah.
That's a good stumper. That's a good question, Jesse. The doors versus wheels.
The wheels versus doors.
Guys, I'm just gonna.
No.
Well, you already missed like the lion's share of it. I already said my piece.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pissed off every time this comes up, which is a weird amount.
I don't understand why that would come up a lot, unless Jordan just brings it up just to be annoying.
No.
I brought it up once to be annoying,
Oh.
and then I brought it up as an idea for this. And when we
I have
brought it up for an
something.
idea for this,
I have something to bring up. So,
Bring it up.
I have this I have this like mushroom coffee thing, right?
Do you like it? Is it Rise or whatever?
I actually have the mud water one.
I know people that fuck with it. That should help your poops.
It does.
Didn't help tonight.
Just because I'm taking a poop doesn't mean they're not healthier.
Jordan, you had a false alarm poop.
Anyway, so I have this powdery substance.
How'd you not poop your pants in the car?
Baby.
Yeah! Yes, he did. He just called me baby.
Okay.
Well, we're dating
So
now.
anyway, I have this powdery substance. All you do is add hot water to it, and like that's it, right?
Yeah.
But I took Jesse and I were in the kitchen. I took one of those measuring spoons, and I took some of the powder, put it in the cup while I wait for the hot water, right?
Yeah.
And all I did was wash it off in the sink, dried it off,
Yeah.
and then put it back in the thing. And she starts freaking out. She goes, "Oh, you didn't clean it
Oh.
with soap.
Piece of shit.
It's just powder."
Yeah, but you know.
Wait, no, Robbie, whose side are you on, man? It's just powder. It's not like
In theory, I'm on Jesse's side. In
What?
practicality, I would be on your side because I probably also wouldn't have cleaned it.
No, you just pour some water.
eat out of this.
I do.
It's powder. As soon as you put the water in, all that stuff is gone.
Yeah, but it's mushrooms.
Residue.
Oh my good lord, dude! I thought for sure you'd be on my side.
Like I literally just said, if it's only a theoretical thing, I would 100% be on Jesse's side. But if we're talking about like what I would do, it would have probably been a similar thing to you because I'm lazy.
Thank you.
But I also don't drink coffee.
I mean, that's not the point. The point is just
Yes,
like
it is. The point is that I'm better than you. I don't drink coffee.
Well, I'm not drinking coffee either. It's mushrooms.
I'm not drinking it. It's caffeinated mushroom
Yeah.
mush.
I got it.
They're called mushrooms.
No, it's an ad that popped up on Instagram that
Yeah.
I fell for.
No, yeah, I know like a couple like hippie girls that are like super fucking into the mushroom coffee
Yeah.
substitute
I like
thing.
it. Rise actually does have coffee
I
in
liked
it.
it when
whereas-
it happened, but it's just
Mudwater
too
does
fucking
not.
expensive.
Yeah, it's so expensive, dude.
Get a new
I
fucking
should show
job,
you.
and now you
I should
fucking-
show you the little pouch I have that
No.
costs 20 fucking
I
bucks.
don't want to see it because it's gonna piss me off.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Because I saw the ones where it's like the subscription services, and I was like, oh, this is sick because you take like the lion's mane mushroom supplements,
don't
and it like helps your blood circulation or whatever. And I'm like, cool. And then they're like, yeah, it's $50 a month,
Don't
and I'm
even-
like, I don't want to do this.
Don't even get me started on dumb subscription services.
How many do you have,
No,
Jordan?
no.
Jordan,
That's
for
not even what I'm
Christmas,
talking about.
would
No,
you
you're missing-
benefit? Would you benefit for Christmas
They need
if I got you that service where they like take over your finances and be like, you have 13 Netflix accounts?
I've tried it already, and it's
You
very
know that
weird.
you've been subscribed to the Frederick News Post for 27 years. That you would have known about your Wonder Book.
Yeah. So what was I going to say? Oh,
Who's
that's not the
texting
type
me?
of subscription services I'm talking about. I'm talking about, so there is an ad that came up for like a camera that you can put in your house. It's like a really popular one. I think it's called Furbo.
Yep.
And you can buy little cameras for your house so you can check on your phone and you
don't
can
like
talk
that
to
shit.
the dogs or
I
whatever,
don't like
right?
that shit.
Okay, whatever, dude.
Do
Here's-
you like it?
Here's the thing. I don't have one.
Do you want one?
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Why do you want one?
Look,
Yeah, but then anyone can look at the dogs.
No, they can't. What are you talking about? Only
People
us.
hack into that shit all the time.
Oh, give me a fucking break.
And then you got to read the fine print.
Who gives a shit?
Well, that's why you
Alex
shouldn't
Jones?
have a fucking no.
Mr.
No, I'm a patriot. I'm an American. I'm a man.
Who gives a fuck?
I do because that's why I don't have a Ring camera.
Yeah, the only thing I'm nervous
because
about
Ring will give the footage to like the police.
What I'm
anytime
nervous
they
about
ask.
is like, masturbating and then accidentally
Dude.
looking over and be like, oh shit, I forgot about that camera.
I love the idea of Jesse now learning that you jack off on the couch.
No, I'm
Because
not,
that's
don't.
why.
No, I do
Because
not
that's
jack
why,
off on the couch.
because that's why
I'm
you're
just
afraid
saying-
to have a camera
I'm
in
just
here.
saying in
It's because you don't
theory,
want to
in
get caught
general.
cranking hog out here.
Anyway, so no, here's the dumb thing about this thing. I would never masturbate on that damn
You've
couch.
never masturbated on the couch?
Not this couch. This is
You've
a new
never
couch.
masturbated on the couch
No, not this
in
couch.
this apartment.
No.
In any of the couches in this apartment.
No.
Don't look over at her.
What?
That was so sick.
What?
You just said you looked over at her all sly like, no.
Okay. Anyway.
Dude, I jack off on my couch all the time.
All right. Well,
I have
that's
sex
'cause
on
you
my
don't-
couch all the time.
That's different.
But I'm not saying that they're one and the same.
What?
I
Anyway.
have had sex and I have
Jesus.
jacked off on my. I don't care if I'm home alone.
Let me get to this, please. You're killing me.
Yeah, no, this is real life. I don't care. I ain't scared.
Yeah.
I own that fucking couch and that house. Suck my dick. Suck my dick on the couch.
So, what was that? Furbo.
Yes. Furbo.
Okay. So they're like they're little cameras you can buy. They're only $100. I was like, oh, that's awesome. They're
I hate
$100.
it. I hate that.
And then they tell me that it actually you buy it and then it comes with you have to do a subscription service. I'm like, for fucking what?
For the service of being able to use the camera, you dumb.
Yeah, but I mean, I think
Jordan.
it's stupid, dude. You
But
buy it and then it's just something that hooks up and you could just use it. You should just be able to fucking use
But
it.
listen, at that point, just fucking get a bunch of old school webcams, wire them up in your house, and then just put it on a computer in your fucking house and then screen share or something. Get it back to like the fucking 90s. Like,
I don't know. I just think there's a bunch of things that like do not need to be subscription services.
oh yeah, I
Adobe.
completely, dude, I agree. What?
Adobe, the Photoshops and everything.
Yeah, I don't do that kind of stuff, but I also will say I've
That's
always
crazy.
thought that it's insane that you have to do a subscription service.
They stopped
For
after
Adobe.
CS6. After CS6, they just started doing
Isn't
subscription
fucking
service.
Microsoft also subscription now? Like Microsoft,
Yeah.
like Word and shit.
Yeah.
Because I
That
used
shit
to
is so
always use like
stupid.
Open Office, and when I had to write papers.
Dude, like a bubble's about to pop with that shit. People are gonna go.
I don't think so,
They're gonna.
man.
They're gonna take arms.
I don't think that's
They're
going to happen at all. There's
gonna
no way.
Take arms. Go up to go.
Take
wait,
up arms.
Take up arms. People are gonna take up.
No, the revolution
It's
is
just too
not going to
many-
happen because
No,
of Microsoft
the
Word.
revolution's gonna happen because there's
No.
too many subscription services.
I mean, that is kind of. It's sort of like history repeats itself, and it's also like if you don't study your history, then you're doomed to repeat it. Where like I have seen so many people who think they're being really smart, and they're basically just reinventing cable TV.
yeah.
They'll be like, guys, why we pay $10 for all these different services,
Right.
and we can maybe just pay like 45 or 50, and then we just get all these channels.
It's a pendulum.
Yeah, and it's just
You're
like
just
so you're
going back and forth.
describing television in 1997.
But that's why Luigi did what he did, because he found out that United was going to go on a subscription service.
That joke fell so flat, dude. That was nuts. That was insane. Like I can tell your body language when you're like doing your little jokes, and because you're bracing for the impact of my howling laughter that never comes.
Well, you do it on purpose. You keep in those laughters because
Jordan,
you
that
don't
is
want
not
me.
true.
You
No,
don't
that
want
is
me
not-
to have anything.
I mean, that isn't wrong, but no, I give you your props when you actually have a good one. Don't fucking no.
Here's the thing: you give me props, but you don't actually laugh. You go, "Oh, good one, bro."
Yeah, that's all
And then
anyone get.
And then the reason why it was so nice that Paul was on the podcast is because he actually laughed while you were going. That was a good one, bro. Because
Yeah.
if he wasn't there, it would have just been That's a good one, bro.
Well, yeah,
No
because I'm
laughter.
listening, I'm digesting. I don't
Taking-
dance and sing along to a live band. I stand and I listen and I critique.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now. Sorry, I'm digesting your art, Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the painting is very good.
It's
I do
not.
like
It's like barely. It's not. I haven't really even started it. You know.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. It looks nice. I like it. It's like I'm not even done yet, dude. I've only done like 7 hours of it, dude.
Yeah.
You don't even know how long it. Shut up.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Shut up. Doesn't even matter, dude. Shut up.
Oh,
Nothing matters.
we were thinking about the because the back to the Chinese stuff.
Dude, hell yeah. That's the appropriate face. Back to the Chinese stuff.
So, do you remember? This is so crazy to me. I just remembered the other day when I was like trying to get you that book or whatever. Do you remember when like schools were trying to teach us about like the Chinese feet binding thing?
Isn't that Japanese? Is it
It's Chinese feet binding.
I remember when that was like a really big topic of discussion
But why?
because
You know-
they knew what was lingering underneath in my subconscious. They knew I'd be a
They
foot freak.
spent okay. So I don't know if they still do it, but in elementary school, I think it was like 5th grade, maybe middle school. They had this whole little part in like I don't know what class it was, maybe social studies.
Probably. It's not fucking math class.
Where they like they spent like a couple days on this thing called Chinese feet binding.
This thing called, we all know what it is.
And they had like I remember them putting on like a little documentary.
It's one of those
about-
things. It's really it's a thing when we were a kid. It was like a buzzword ass cultural ass thing where like it was just like an easy thing to like explain how different people are so different than Americans, you know? Because it was like the Chinese people used to tie up the girls' feet because they thought little feet were cool, but look how fucked up they got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was like a bunch of
but it was a very propaganda-y. Now that I think about it, it was very much like showing you being like, look how backwards the Chinese are.
Mhm.
And it's just crazy to me because there might have been like Chinese people in the class and stuff. I don't know. I just
wonder.
find it very weird in this.
I really wonder if there now is less like general anti-China shit and more like concentrated anti-communist stuff because of Shen Yun and like the lobbying power of like all those people.
Yeah.
Because you know Shen Yun is just supposed to be like, hey, China used to be fucking awesome and then the communists came.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so like I wonder if we no longer have that shit in our elementary schools where it's like, hey, look at these weirdos over there with their weird foot stuff because they're so busy being like, hey, TikTok is listening to you.
Right.
Every time you skibbity your toilet, a bald eagle gets murdered, dude. I don't know what skibbity toilet is and I don't ever want to know.
No, it's just I don't know. I asked her that the other day, but
don't ever tell me.
I won't. But yeah, I just couldn't believe it. Like thinking back on it, I remember watching it. And there's this like little Chinese lady. She's walking next to this river, and she slips and goes oh, and like falls over. And they're basically like, "This is because she got tiny feet now." You know, it's all fucked up. I don't know. It's just a little. Was there any other kind of propagandist type of thing against other countries that you can remember that
As
were
a kid?
Yeah.
It was always
Africa
starving. It was always starving
starving.
kids in Africa, so you had to
They're
eat your
not,
fucking
though?
peas. It was always I mean just like drunk Irish people, drunk Russians, French people were always smoking, wearing stupid striped shirts with kerchiefs and eating baguettes.
Yeah.
Germans were always like super fat, eating like sausage.
Yeah, but that's not really a propaganda to get us to hate them.
I mean it
You know what I mean?
It worked on me.
That's more of like stereotypes that are just fun.
The fun alcoholic, the fun, it's just like fun obese
No, the
people.
French baguette and the like, like that's an accordion, by the way.
Oh, that was nuts. That was completely insane. That was great though.
And the mime.
Yeah.
And then the mimes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's a good old fashioned stereotypical fun. you
I know that. I mean, I guess it wasn't really in school, but every time you started talking about like World War II, I know that people would always colloquially just like call the French pussies because of World War II.
Yeah.
You know, but like I don't really think that was like driven home so much in textbooks.
Which is so. It is kind of interesting that
A lot of Mexicans crossing the border stuff. I remember that being like even like as a young age, it was like illegal immigrant and like coyote stuff. Even in like the 90s and 2000s was still like a thing that like was talked about.
Yeah.
You know, and then it was. I mean, don't fucking yell at me, anyone. But like, you know, I feel like back in the day, obviously, like a lot of the fucking cartoons would do like the weird, like ching chong bing bong stuff for like Asians, and then would do like fake Spanish. I remember that being a thing where I legitimately thought, not legitimately, but when I was a kid, it was like, oh, you just put an O on the end of anything and it's like Mexican. It's like Hispanic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was a whole. I told you about how I lost a date in college that one time because I told the girl I wanted to go get Chinese food. And then she was like, all right. It was right when I moved to college, by the way. And I was like, let's get Chinese food. And she was like, all right. And I was like, what kind do you want? And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, there's like a
ching chong.
No, I was like, yeah, I wish. No, I was like, no, there's like a Vietnamese place and like a Japanese place. And she's like, did you say Chinese food just to mean all Asian food? And I was like, yeah, what's the big deal? And she's like, dude, don't talk to me.
And then she ended it?
Yeah.
That's more of like a that's stupid.
It's also evergreen in 09, so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know.
That makes sense.
Proto woke, but also not at all.
Yeah.
But I mean that is all to be said. Like I don't know. I mean I think that so much of like the Maryland education system specifically like kind of produced such like a weird cultural bubble that like even when I got like, you know, into Baltimore itself, like it was a big culture shock. And especially going to the West Coast where there's like actually like other groups of people that are like normal. And it's not like how it was growing up where there was like one Chinese family. There was like one African family. There was like one, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I was telling, because, you know, Jesse would always talk about how Virginia, like in Virginia, in Virginia.
Oh, I'm sure
Yeah.
it was. I'm sure.
Because-
Well, you
yeah,
guys had a lot
because-
more money. You guys had
because
DC money.
They taught
Really? Oh, yeah, I could see that being
they taught
a thing,
the whole like
where it
you
went the
know
other way.
Martin Luther King good, Malcolm X bad.
Oh, that thing?
Whereas we, like, I remember they showed us the Malcolm X movie in class.
We didn't watch Malcolm X in school, but I do
did.
remember Malcolm X good, or excuse me, Malcolm X bad, Martin Luther King Jr. good, and then like having a history teacher though who was cool enough to be like, but Malcolm X is actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that really bothers me.
Does it?
The War of Northern Aggression stuff,
Yeah.
because it's so wrong. It's like you know they.
I mean, it's stupid.
Well, no, I mean like to first off, they shot first at Fort Sumter, and then if you go even farther back, it's like the Dred Scott decision made it so that if you're in a free state, and if you're a slave that gets to a free state, like you like civilians have to like grab you and like
throw you
help
back.
within your so it basically made slavery legal even in free states, so that's an aggressive like you know thing to do for the like that basically made the South aggressive on the North because the North had already created these like free laws, and now you know that kind of thing, and it just bothers me so much because it's like it's just so wrong, you know what I mean?
It's fucked up. I don't like it.
And then actually if you go to the Marine Corps Memorial, which is in Virginia, and because it's in Virginia, it shows you all the wars that the Marine Corps has been a part of, right?
Yeah.
And when you get to the Civil War, it's called the War Between the States,
I believe it.
which is stupid because it's called Civil War because it's a civilian war.
Well, also, it's
And
a civil war is my whole thing with it, and like I'm not being a contrarian. we can call it the Civil War, capital TCW, right? The Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
But the concept of a civil war is not unique to that conflict.
Exactly.
So, like, I can understand from like an international perspective calling it the American Civil War, but not calling it the Civil War everywhere else.
Right. And that's what it should have been called in the American Civil War. That's what it's like. That's what it's called. And but they chose to do the war between the states because they didn't Virginia doesn't see it as a civil war, even though it's civil war because it's a war between civilians.
Well, I'm going to say this about Virginia, and I've maintained this since I found out about it.
It's a shitty state.
Huh?
Is that what you're going to say?
What?
Go ahead.
I mean, I just don't give a shit about anything they have to say because the whole fucking Commonwealth thing, it's a state. It's a state.
Yeah,
Shut the
that's
fuck
just a little
up.
joke.
I
It's just a
also
little tiny joke.
Yes, Jordan, it's a joke. Oh, Jesus Christ. For a very long time, I really hated working in Virginia because you weren't allowed to bring any electronics into their courthouses, including cell phones. So, like, you can bring cell phones into courthouses in Maryland. You can't bring tools in. So, I don't bring my keys in because I have a drum key on it. But in the state of Virginia, you can't bring a cell phone into the courthouse, like the entire building. Nope. As is exclusive to Virginia.
Yeah.
In DC and in Maryland and in Pennsylvania. I mean, all the courthouses that I've gone to for work, I can bring in my cell phone except for Virginia. They just changed it recently because it was such an issue. Because I would not just me, but for instance, me, I would show up, park in the stupid parking because they never have good parking in Virginia courthouses. And then I'd walk, 5 blocks, get to the bailiff, and they'd be like, "Can't have your phone. You got to go put it in your car." Then I have to walk back to my car and then not have my phone. And then a lot of times for my job, all the information I need for the job I'm trying to do is on my fucking phone. And so then I have to write it down or try and remember. And now they stopped doing it because I think so many people fucking complained. Because they used to do a thing where they were like, you can use a locker, but it costs $0.25. And then people would be like, it's 2023. Why would I bring change into a place with a metal detector where I have to take it out of my fucking pocket?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh.
Yeah.
I had a really funny thing happen. Oh, God damn it, Jordan. What?
Go ahead. Actually.
No, please.
Well, really quick.
We have 3 minutes, and I want you to finish your point.
One more point about the northern aggression thing.
Yep, let's
when it was actually southern aggression is that when Kansas and Nebraska were trying to figure out if they were going to be a slave or free state, you had a bunch of southern states, people from southern states, going over there to illegally vote to make it a slave state, and not allowing them to have their own little decision themselves. So that's another way the South was aggressively trying to push the institution of slavery on the North. Just saying. So that's 3 points there.
Cool, man.
Sorry, I just get so mad when that shit's brought up.
No, it's sick. They're trying to do time management. Now we have 1 minute and 45
this ain't no
seconds.
fucking football, bitch.
God damn you, Jordan.
Oh man.
It's like I was going to say. Now I'll make it quick.
And by the way, I had enough timeouts. Anyway, go ahead.
Cool football joke that doesn't work. You've already done a timeout. We already have had to pause the podcast.
Yeah, but that was ages ago. Finish what you were going to say. Now you have less than a minute.
Yeah, it's my fault.
99.
You think that there's 100 seconds in a minute? Hell yeah, Jordan! Dude, that's so sick. No, that's so tight, dude.
Sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
No, I can't do it now. I gotta wait until
50.
we go to Patreon and tell this really funny story of something that happened to me last night.
Okay. Is it actually funny or is it really not funny?
It's very funny. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
I find it.
Don't get my hopes up, you know?
I won't.
All right.
Oh man. Dude, this is a fucking long ass movie.
What?
I guess we really have been. I feel like it's not even halfway done.
It's not. It is a long movie.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, dude. It's a long movie.
It's one of Spielberg's longest.
Is this Spielberg?
Yeah. All right, let's Tom Cruise on out
I'm really
here.
excited that you got Ong Bak, but it's crazy that you haven't seen 2 or 3. Two's the best. 3 is not good,
Yeah, I got number 1.
but it's still fun.
Can you tell Jesse that she'll like it?
You'll fucking love it.
Thank you.
Tony Jaa is great, and he is so good at martial arts. And in the movie, it's like him doing martial arts, basically. There are scenes where he's actually hitting people, and because of that, after Ong Bak was done, he became a monk and like gave up Hollywood and like gave up fighting because like he hurt people and like felt bad about it. And then I think also it was a thing where he like, this is me speculating, but I think it also was a thing where he's like, I don't want to glorify violence. Like, that's not what martial arts is. I mean, he later came back for like Fast and the Furious.
No,
bullshit.
he did. He was in Fast and Furious?
Pretty sure.
I know he's in The Protectorate. He did The Protectorate.
Yeah, I'm just like, he came back to movies eventually.
Yeah. He quit being a monk? Yeah. That's not a very monkish thing to do.
Well, he served his time.
Okay.
Maybe he just figured it out.
I didn't know you served time as a monk.
Yeah, you just kind of go and shave your head and meditate, and then eventually someone's like, yeah.
That's this.
I think eventually someone's like, hey, you want to make a bunch of money? He's like, yeah, I'm tired of sitting crisscross applesauce all day.
Yeah.
All right. Say goodbye.
Bye.
We're going to Patreon.